your block, stay tight. Block.
She wanna know me better, but I'm on the top 10.
Never stop, keep pushing.
See, I'm in the top 10. Yeah, top 10. Now I'm in blessed.
I'm super excited about this episode. Welcome to the Get Your Ass Up show. Today I'm sitting here with somebody who had an idea that turned into my new gym. And I'm really excited about this one because if you've been paying attention to my socials recently for like the last 6 weeks, you might think I'm preparing for a fight. I'm not, but they're getting me damn sure ready if I was ever in a position to have to go in a battle or whatever. So welcome my guy Mateo to the show.
Appreciate you, bro.
Welcome, man.
Appreciate you.
First and foremost, man, you got a hell of a gym, right?
Yeah.
I remember I came into your gym back in June, and when I first came into the gym, this is a true story. I was met by Daniel at the front. He's like, "Hey man, what's up? You're Tony the Closer. I recognize you, respect." And he's like, "You need to come in," and like he was like, selling me on the gym.
Yeah.
And I came in that bitch, and it was like I think a class going on, and it was so fucking intense, dude. I was like, I ain't ready yet. I was like a little bitch. I ain't gonna lie. It was so intense in the gym, dude. Like it made me like kind of shy away. And just give me everybody like that's gonna be watching some backstory. I had been inactive for almost 8 years. So, for me, like recently, I've been on a real dedicated journey to get back into shape. And like going into certain environments, it's like a mental click that you have to have. It's a mentality change to go into the audience not the audience, go into a gym and really put your all into it. And it was intimidating as shit. And Andre Berto, he's my man. He had actually told me, he's like, "Tone, you got to come to the gym. You got to check it out. You got to check it out." And I saw him in there a couple times. I'm like, really, really like, I'm going to go back, right? I kept telling myself, I'm going to go back. And I was working out at another gym, and I had posted a video of me hitting the bag. And to me, I thought I was doing a pretty fucking good job. But to my comment section, they didn't think so much. So they started grinding me up, man. And like, I'm just like a natural competitor.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was like, I'm going to get boxing training. I was like, fuck that, Andre. I need to get back into the gym. I need to get training because I want my hands to be right. Yeah. And I come to your gym, man, and your gym is just phenomenal. You walk into it, and this is like a different vibe. You got a freaking SVJ sitting in the middle of the showroom, beautiful layout. You see a huge ring sitting in the middle, dark background, beautiful murals of excellent excellent boxers from the past. And then you see the bags, and I'm like, damn, this place is pretty big. Then you go to the other side, and it's like a whole basketball court, and then it's like, damn, it's a weight room on this side too? Then you go upstairs, and there's more. And I'm like, wow, this is the type of environment that like prepares people for whatever, whether you're a regular everyday professional or like the person that is really preparing for fights. And I'm walking in this place, and I'm seeing the who's in your building, in your gym, and I was like, okay, so this is one of those places that made me feel a little bit more comfortable as I've been able to go in and get like into the actual ecosystem and be a part of the gym.
Yeah.
And the one thing I love is like you guys are like damn near like Chick-fil-A when you come in. Like from the time I walk in the door every freaking day, I'm greeted, with like the kindest hellos and how are you? And not just me, but like my staff and everybody that comes with me. When I leave, it's the same thing. And it's just like, damn, this feels pretty different than, the typical gym experience.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, man, for first and foremost having a vision.
You,
I think like having a vision and then actually executing on it is something that's phenomenal. But you have really set up like, something that I like now I'm doing damn 2-a-days in BOXR now.
See that.
And I wanted just to sit down with you today, to kind of pick your brain on how you came up with the idea for the gym. Where are you from? Tell me about Mateo. And let me just tell you guys, man, one of the things I noticed when I came in, I watched Mateo. He was actually training at the same time with Andre Berto. And I think I recorded maybe 3 minutes of y'all hitting the bag. And I realized at that moment I would not fuck with you nor Andre. This motherfucker hands is so fast and he's so powerful. It's like shit. To watch it is super impressive. So I want to know, first and foremost, did you box or something, bro? Because your shit is you look lethal.
Bro, first and foremost, I appreciate you for even, getting me to come on your podcast and, being able to talk to you about, the facility, the brand, and what comes with it all, As far as the boxing side, I've been boxing since I was 12. I had a really big amateur background. As far as getting into the pros, I never really had that opportunity. But as an amateur, I worked with some of the greats, some of the best trainers in the world, traveled the world, lived in some countries that, bro, you don't even want to be in some of those places. It's crazy. So my life's been like a roller coaster ride on my boxing journey. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what also drove me to be able to build something like what I did today because of all the discipline, all the heartaches that I went through, all the, going from Russia to Mexico to, training with Freddie Roach in LA and going through all that. Those experiences built me up to what I have today, So
yeah. So where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Sydney, Australia. I don't know if you can tell the accent, but it's pretty strong.
Yeah. And being from Sydney, you said that you are obviously you were an amateur boxer. How many amateur fights did you have?
Bro, I had at least 188 amateur fights. It
was fighting every day, dog.
No, well, we had a lot of competition. So when we start boxing at such a young age, usually you're thrown into little tournaments, you know what I mean? Golden gloves, silver gloves, Australian championships, junior Olympic games, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was pushed into it by my father, for discipline reasons. And I caught on to the sport immediately. Mm-hmm. Coming as an only child, not having any friends around, and I was also partially deaf as a kid. So I had a disability, and I had to try and find my way. And the only way I could find it was actually through boxing. I had to use other senses and to try and find something that, as a kid, it was like my best friend. It was my outlet, and that was my outlet. And that's why I gravitated so close to boxing that it was just something that kept me on track for such a long time,
Yeah. Did you find boxing as a way to give you did it give you a level of self-confidence that you could defend yourself? I think that's something that, definitely for most people, just the certainty that I even feel now.
Yeah.
With knowing I feel very confident that I can handle myself even better now since I've been in your facility. Is that something that kind of really came a part of just being in the environment?
Yeah, it did. It taught me a lot about, challenging yourself. Being in that ring is not easy. And it taught me more the mental side of things rather than just the physical side of things of looking good or trying to be, physically looking great. But really, it helped me mentally all the time. And at the same time, it was something that I thought to myself, you know what, it's a great way of me pursuing a dream, which was to become world champ one day.
Okay.
And getting into the Olympic team and getting a gold medal for Australia, because Australia never got a gold medal. So that was my goal. That was my ambition.
Okay.
And ever since I did that and having that motivation and challenge inside, it just sparked it for me. So I was always going into competitions, like I said. I always wanted to win. I always wanted to compete against the best around me. I want to be thrown into sparring competitions that, that were in gyms with other great fighters and, that were a lot older than me. I get the shit kicked out of me. But you know what? I came back the next time around and I was like, I'm going to come back in. And when I did that, I found that thing inside of me that was like, there's that fire, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what boxing does. It brings the best out of you. It brings that, you know, that dog out of you. Like, you're like, damn, you push beyond limits. Because a lot of guys that I hung around as I was growing up, they'd be great and talented, but that dog would not come out of them, you know?
Right.
And then they give up easily and be like, oh, nah. Boxing, it will either hurt you, damage you, or it could bring the real best out of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
One thing I found out since I've been boxing is it's the hardest shit I've ever done in my life. And that's coming from playing football, being athletic my entire life. The amount of energy that you expend in boxing is unbelievable. And I'm telling you, man, like the first couple weeks, man, I I didn't know if I was going to make it just because of just like how out of shape I was for starters. And the challenge it was to continue to be pushing when it's so physically exhausting. When you don't know how to throw punches properly, and you're like kind of like I was like, I was trying to stiff and not really knowing how to throw my punches. I was gassed after like 12 seconds, and it's like 3-minute rounds. I'm like, oh shit, I got another 2 minutes and 48 seconds left. I was like, oh shit, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I guess for me, like getting in the gym now and understanding like how exhausting and exerting it is definitely something that for me personally, man, I was like, it's excellent for getting people in shape. Yeah. I mean, I've been able to drop tremendous body fat, like get myself right in the last like 6 to 7 weeks being in the gym. But I didn't realize prior to coming to boxing how exhausting, how much energy that you're actually having to use when you throw those punches, and how much body that, like, bro, I started feeling shit that I didn't feel in years. Like, I'm like, why is my side hurting? Like, just because you're moving your body differently, you're doing all these different things. Yeah. What was like your vision when you created BOXR? What was the vision behind that?
You know what? Everyone gets a time in their life where, they've hit rock bottom, and then they realize, you know what? You gotta pick yourself back up, and you got to go back to the roots of things. For me, I left boxing only because of the politics, and there was a lot of things going in my life, and I fell off the path, fell into the wrong stuff, and I just had to find my way, And then when I came back, to Miami, and this was just after the pandemic, I realized that the only thing that I've ever known all these years was boxing, Mm-hmm. And my goal was to get back in the ring. I was preparing to come make a comeback, and I was going to shock people and be like, you know what, I'm going to go pro. I'm going to do my thing. I'm old enough. I'm wise enough. I understand things. I got to leave everything behind and just focus on what I know. And so as I did that, and through all the problems that were going on with the pandemic, I didn't have that opportunity to get back in the ring. So what I got to do? I got to make some money. I got to figure it out. Mm-hmm. And so the little bit of money that I had coming out from Australia with like $1,500, I realized, you know what, I'm gonna see if I could become a really good teacher. Rather than a student, I'm gonna see if I can teach it. Now, teaching is one thing, and being a student is another. Mm-hmm. So people were asking me, they'd watch me on the bag at Elevation Fitness, and they'd see, oh, damn, what about this guy? Who is he? This and that.
You're fucking that bag up.
I'm fucking the bag up. But I go into my zone, because when I train, it's something that it reminds me and goes, hey, block everything out. You ain't that normal Matthew or Mateo anymore. You in beast mode right now. And that's when I just block. And something comes out of me that, people always come up and they gravitate, yo, how do you hit so hard, or how do you throw punches like that? I don't even catch on to it like that because I've been doing it for so long, but they'd be coming up and they're like, yo, can you teach me? And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to see if I'm a good teacher. And I did. I started teaching people without charging. And it got to a point where instead of putting a price value, and saying, hey, I'm going to charge you $100 or $150 or even $50, you pay me what you think my value's worth. If you see results and you're learning so much from me, from all the experience that I've learned for the 16, 17 years, and you're learning how to throw your hands fast, then hey, you pay me what you think I'm worth. That's how it started.
Mm-hmm.
And it started just in the parking lot. It started in Elevation Fitness. And then it turned into group classes. And from the group classes, you know, I never knew how to be really open to people, even sit on a podcast like this and be freely open, because I was very closed-minded and into myself. So I said to myself, I got to break bad habits. I got to talk to people. I got to be more open. Hey, I'm from Australia. I'm out here in Miami. There are not too many kangaroos out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why not? I just got to be free and open up. And I did. I opened up. I changed my attitude towards things. And I said to myself that I'm going to change people's lives. I'm going to change it for the better. And so I started doing classes. And I took everything that I learned like a sponge, from Russia to Mexico to America and all around the world. I was able to push it and deliver it out to people and make it enjoyable and give them something that, you know, that they're missing in their lives. That void in an hour or 2 hours, you know, that you come to the gym and you get all that experience and knowledge. Well, I'm going to be that person that fills it in for you. And I'll make you happy and leave and come back. And then it grew and it exploded. And by that time, once the classes started to explode, I had to expand. And I had to come up with a name, a personality to a brand, rather it just being a brand standalone. So BOXR back in Australia was my name. It was my fight name. So everyone in the streets, everyone that knows me, it would be my last name, which is Atala or BOXR. And then you drop the E off and you got BOXR. And I ran with it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to create a logo that's simplified and easy, that people are going to remember. And I put it together, and it started in my penthouse. And that's when I decided to, you know, turn my penthouse into a boxing facility. And I took everything out. I took the couch, the lounges, everything, and I put a ring in there. We got the lift in there.
No
I
shit.
put the lights. I spent every last penny on that.
Wow.
And my girl thought I was crazy. Everyone thought I was crazy.
I would think you were crazy.
Everyone thought. But you know what? Everyone that be watching this and knows what I'm talking about, they came on that grand opening night. And what pushed me more was the doubters.
Mm-hmm.
The doubters, bro. The doubters and the people that thought, this fucking guy, nah, he ain't going to make it. I was like, watch. In 1 month, that thing outgrew so fast that I had to go to Elevation downstairs and ask him, that dead space over there that I've been running all the classes day in, day out, plus my penthouse upstairs, training privates and going back to back. Nah, I need to grow. 3,500 or 4,000 square feet, I'll sublease it from you. Come check out my apartment. This is my model. And I created my business model from there.
From your apartment?
From
dude?
my apartment.
That's fucking insane.
I took it across downstairs. He agreed. And so this is where I started to get into my element. I was like, you know what? I'm smashing 4 or 5 classes a day at 6 days a week, plus my privates. And more importantly, I started creating a great network of athletes. And this is when DJ came in. This is when Jet McKinnon came in. This is when Debo Samuel came in. All these guys started coming. So I was like, hey, this is gravitating athletes now. And then my clients, which means I got something special. I'm going to grow on it. I'm going to create something in this city that nobody's done. And so I started to plug and play. And then it was like, well, I need the help. So I called my man Jason from Vegas. I couldn't just get any trainer to come in. I had to get somebody specific that loves the sport, that's been in the sport like
fighter.
what I have, the faith fighter.
Yeah.
And I remember that conversation. I was in the barbershop getting my hair cut. I'm like, damn, I'm getting slammed right now. Like, I don't know what to do. Shit is going crazy. So I was like, I'm going to call Jason. I called him up. I'm like, what's going on, bro? How you doing back in Vegas, this and that? He's like, yeah, it's okay. You know, stuff's all right. I go, bro, I need you to come over here. I got an opportunity for you. I go, I'm starting out. I need the help. Just come and check it out. I got you. You stay with me. Just see it. Just see what I'm creating. And he came over, got off the plane. What's up, bro? This and that. I got him to stay at my house. He saw the classes and he was blown away, and he saw what I was going through. I'd be having Jeezy playing, blasting in the gym. Jeezy's like one of my guys. I love him, bro. Like his music's so motivated, even all the way back from Australia, you know. So I'd be jamming.
So you listen to Jeezy and got kangaroos in the fucking.
That's it. I had that shit going, and the classes were bumping, and he was like, "Yo, this shit is crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, bro. I'm gonna throw you in with me. I'm gonna throw you in the class with me, and let's do this. Figure it out for the week." He stayed for a week. Loved it, gravitate, went back to Vegas, and I was like, bro, figure your stuff out, and I hope to see you soon. And I had a feeling. I prayed, and I was like, you know what? I know this guy's going to come back. Week later, yo, I'm jumping on the next flight, Mateo. I'm coming down. Packed his stuff, straight over. And that boy been rocking it with me since day one. So it's been a big blessing having Jason. He'd been on that journey. And then I started bringing in other trainers that are still there till today. I've never had to fire or release anyone from my business or any of my trainers. They've all stuck from day one. They built it up with me. I've given them, the platform to grow off. I've taught them the BOXR way, and how to treat people. And as everybody's been working together, and most importantly, it's all about teamwork. So I got an army of soldiers in BOXR, and power team. Just like when you're playing football and you got your team and you got to trust, your teammates to make sure everything gonna be good. You gonna win.
Dude, you give me chills right now. I can't even bullshit, man. Like for starters, like there's a couple things that just stand out to me. And 2018, for example.
Yeah.
2019. I had a vision, right?
Yeah.
And it was with real estate. And I go into July of 2019, and I was trying to make an impact. And I said, I'm going to train all these people for free. I'm going to go for a full month. I did a full month, trained people for free. And it did the exact same thing that happened for you with BOXR that happened for me. Wow. Was like doing something without actually expecting a return, but knowing that you were good enough to be able to help people get the results.
Yeah.
And, we're doing that in 2019. Years later, now obviously, my brand's exploded with real estate, and I've helped people all over the world get into real estate. So, I love hearing your story because it's like, fuck, man, you hear certain people and you get it. Like, you have to have a vision sometimes that's big. And sometimes with vision, it doesn't take compensation first. It takes believing and trusting in yourself, which you can bring to the table. And then to even unpack more what you said when you said, hey, man, I wouldn't set this shit up in my penthouse. I mean, dude, what? You set a ring up in your penthouse?
A ring, a boxing ring. It was 14 by 14. Yeah. We had people come in, and the first thing that they saw like a little a podcast setup on the side with a lounge area, and then you had the kitchen that had all the meals, all the prep meals, because my man downstairs was doing all the prep meals. And then you'd come in, there'd be double M bags, there'd be 2 speed bags, you'd have the ring, and then you'd have turf on the outdoor balcony, and you'd have the views of Miami from the top floor.
I gotta have a picture of this, bro. Make sure I get a picture of that, because we're gonna post that. We're gonna post that in the actual interview, because people have to see, believe in yourself, believe in your vision, 100%. Man. So many people have vision, but they have no conviction.
No.
And you have 100% conviction, bro. To be able to say, hey, first off, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do it for free. Yeah. I'm gonna let people, tell me what they feel like the results are worth. And then to, attack your own residence and turn it into a gym. Yeah. Is dude, that's freaking insane. For most people to be no, I would never take my residence and turn it into a freaking gym.
Oh, mind you, I had to get another apartment in the building, pay the rent for that, pay that rent there, and no money coming in. So, but I believed in it. I took the risks, and that's the thing, people don't want to just take the risk sometimes. Yes, you got to be, logical with your decision makings, but at the same time, you got to take a leap of faith in what you know and what you have, because everybody got a gift inside. Mm-hmm. It's knowing how to utilize it, And I guess, from doing that, it made me realize that the most important thing is it came down to the people, the culture,
Right.
creating the culture, creating a culture in an environment that had, it started off with 4 bags and a ring in an apartment, and then it expanded to 15 bags and 2 rings in a facility, which was at elevation. And then now it's led off to a headquarters that's 30,000 square feet in less than a year and a half. So all this happened in less than a year and a half, 2 years. Fast. It's belief, bro. It's your belief system, Your belief system needs to be aligned. I tell my people and my boys that it's all about having, your principles right. You got your values, your ethics, your loyalty, and respect. You keep them aligned, you're gonna be good. You know what I mean?
Bro, that's freaking, like, I'm telling you, like, I really got chills thinking about the freaking journey, bro. Because most people don't get to see the journey. They get to walk into the finished gym.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Like, when I walk into the gym every day, I never knew that backstory, right? That backstory is fucking, like, unbelievable. I mean, literally unbelievable.
Appreciate it.
To be, were you saying you had, what, $1,500 or something like that?
Yeah,
when you first came here?
1,500, yeah.
To now having a 30,000 square foot facility that is freaking beautiful and amazing employees and an environment that, is helping people achieve their goals one way or another. It's helped me achieve my goals. Like I'm in there feeling great right now. Every day I get better.
I seen it, bro.
Every day I can look at whether it's an amateur or a pro or a coach, and I see one small piece that I now go practice.
There you go.
I work with Jason, but I also see everything else. So like my learning curve has like sped up so much. Yeah. Watching big ass TVs and seeing professional fighters. I'm in the ring today, and I'm watching like a fight on screen. And I was like, all right, let me practice that real quick. Let me just try. So like you guys have just created something that like inside of BOXR is fucking amazing, man. And it's a major salute to you guys. But that backstory, dude, wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the story, it's not even about me, bro. It's about the people that are part of it, just like you. You know what I mean? My team, the members, and all the supporters, it's due to them. They're the ones that believe. Mm-hmm. You believe in that. So what happens is when you believe in that and you believe in something that is just, so powerful, the BOXR brand, they ask me, what does it represent? And it's just one word, simple, unity. That's it, you know? And when you have that, it can't be broken. All it does is it spreads like wildfire. Just because you got to be honest and real with it.
I mean, I invite all my boys. I'm like,
They
the
all come.
other BS gym, man, come over here and work out with me. If they, and you know what's funny? It's like when they come in, and we're gonna bring the faith fighter here in a second. If Jason gets a hold of them early, they run from me for a couple of days, but they don't answer. Jason kicks your ass, man.
He does.
I love Jason because he is exactly the coach I needed.
Yeah.
I've made a lot of money, so it's hard for me to take pushback from anybody. Like you kind of get stubborn when you find wealth sometimes, and I can remember my first couple sessions. I mean, obviously, like completely from couch potato to trying to come in and work out. And dude, I'm talking about from no footwork, no conditioning, and Jason's got me throwing 5-6 rounds of punching, and I still, it's a distinct video of us doing like jab right, and I'm like, I got my shirt off and I got on gray sweatpants.
I remember. And you're moving forward.
Yeah,
with your
moving
feet.
forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm dead fucking tired. And he's like, you got 3 more. And I look over at him and I turn my back and I walked off. Because in my mind, I was like, this is too much.
Yeah.
I can't do it. And he came in and just like, what are you doing? You can't turn your back in the fight. Like, no. Like, and it was just like, I'm looking at him. I'm like, this motherfucker is crazy. I'm like, I'm not fighting. I'm trying to get the fucking shape. And he's trying to kill me today. I still got shit to do. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
That's Jason.
But in that same breath that I'm saying that, right, it made me stand back up.
Yeah.
It made me stand back up. Like, I was sitting down, I had walked away and I could barely, my legs had turned into fucking noodles. Like, you can see me on the video, I'm kind of like Bambi legging. And, you know, I squat down in the corner and he's just like, he's pounding his gloves. He's like, no, you got to get up and keep going. And I'm like, fuck. But I got up. And then, you know, I posted that video because I wanted that video to be there for everybody that thought that was going to be what I look like.
Yeah.
And it I challenged myself to be better, and even Jason making me better. Like, Jason motivates me to show up.
Yeah.
Like, to know that I got a coach that's like really about me getting better, and like, we take, like, I've got to the point now where sometimes he doesn't even have to correct me because he's done it so many times. Like, when I do it, it's like, I know I do it, and I'm like, nah, we're gonna do that shit again. Like, sometimes I'm like, nah, back up one more. We're gonna run it back. And that type of environment that you guys have there is freaking needed. It's so fucking needed, man. It's easy to go to the gym by yourself.
Yeah, it is.
And then take your ass home and half-ass it because you feel like, all right, I did enough. I pushed myself as hard as I wanted to push myself.
Yeah.
And, you know, I didn't want to go into a gym, definitely a boxing gym, and try to do it on my own. Obviously, I wanted to have coaching and I wanted to have structure, and you guys provide phenomenal coaching. I got people that think I'm a professional boxer now. Like, motherfuckers walk in the gym, they like, who you? I'm like, no, bro. I'm just like, I just been working and I'm just trying to get better every day. And the environment, dude, is so great. And I just wanted to bring you on here and highlight your facility.
Appreciate it, man.
I wanted to really like hear more about like the backstory, and now the backstory has even inspired me more because those things like that show you what you really like, what your vision and what your calling is sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? Taking that leap of faith, doing it when you don't even see currency.
Yeah.
Right? It's easy to do stuff when you're making money. But when you can't see it right away, you don't know what the end goal is, and you're just going off that vision and that hope, sometimes it can be very intimidating where you don't do it, man. But I'm glad that you had a vision. I'm glad that you saw that vision through to what I walk into, and I tell everybody. I mean, I tag you guys on my page all the time. And
thank you, bro.
I got a lot of people that like, I make them pay me to get a post, and I post you guys fucking daily.
That's love,
because
bro.
you guys have helped me change my life, like, for the better. Like, my confidence right now is through the roof. I walk around shirtless. I damn near did this interview shirtless, y'all. I'm about to take my shirt off. Boxer has got me right.
You're with the right man, Jason, bro. Like, if I was getting back in the ring and I'm getting ready to like square up and go hard and get ready for camp,
Yeah.
my man Jason, like, I trust him. You know what I mean? And that's why, like, I put Jason with a lot of my high end clientele base that I had before to be able to go, you know what, this is the man I trust.
Mm-hmm.
This is the man I want him to work with. You know what I mean? So you got someone special on your side, bro, you know, and you have all the support from us,
Bro,
always.
You guys are like Chick-fil-A of the workout facilities, y'all. I'm telling you, you walk in, freaking greeting every day. I haven't walked in that gym, and I'm telling you, I go 6 days a week. Matter of fact, sometimes it's twice in a day.
Like today.
And every time I walk in the gym, I am greeted with the kindest greetings. Everybody that's with me greeted with professionalism. That's very big for me. Like, you guys like are setting the bar for like treatment outside of like, that's what you typically expect in a fast food restaurant or something like that. And I'm talking about from going over to get a freaking smoothie or whatever the hell I'm doing, going into the cryo in the back or getting treatment. Everybody is phenomenal. Everybody. And this isn't a sales pitch. These guys aren't paying me anything. I just want to be very clear with that. This was me giving you guys somewhere I really use and something I really love, and I love to be treated well. You guys know me. I don't sugarcoat shit. The environment at BOXR is by far the number one environment I've ever been in when it comes to training. And I just wanted to give you your flowers. And to hear your story now makes me even a bigger fan of the facility and a bigger fan of you, because goddamn, that takes some nuts to drop, your penthouse into a fucking a gym, and do what you've been able to do now and creating such a freaking massive movement with your gym, man. So, Mateo, thank you so much for joining, you, bro. What's your vision moving forward with the gym? Anything that you want to share with us at this point? Is there anything that's going on that in the future?
So I got a few projects that I'm working towards. Mm-hmm. My goal is to continue to keep growing the facility, the brand, and find all different types of avenues that can link to it, and it can keep, funneling. The plan is, I got to get 5 flagships. And then obviously when's the right time, franchise it out. I have expand. To, you know what I mean? I got to expand. I got to keep dreaming big, thinking big, and it's happening. All the doors that, some of my guys, my boy Daniel, and Jonathan that work in the gym, these guys are like my right-hand man, and they see that every time that I've said something, it's come to fruition.
Well, I'll damn sure be an investor or anything. If you got a Chick-fil-A or workout facilities, I'm fucking interested. I'm in. I'm like, dude, that's like...
Bro, I'm here to change the world. I'm not thinking about just America, but I want to go international with BOXR. And it will, and I think that I'm tapping into a market that it's providing something completely different. The business model, the people, the structure, everything is just, it's incredible,
Yeah.
And more importantly, the culture. And this can be done anywhere in the world. It's not like I can't do it in another state or city.
Right.
Anywhere. You drop me anywhere, I'll build it out exactly the same, even bigger. And I'll be able to create an environment for athletes, celebrities, entrepreneurs, millionaires, billionaires. It don't matter. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I'm very confident with my business. Yeah. And now, like, when we go back and we say, hey, my dream was to become world champ. I'm getting there, bro. In my business.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You damn sure got a world champion business, man, and I appreciate you making it, because it's something that's helping me change for the better in my life. Shout out to Mateo from BOXR.
Appreciate you, bro.
The owner of BOXR here in Miami. Can you tell them website real quick?
Of course. So you can go to the IG. It's BOXR Gym. You can go to my personal profile. It's Mateo BOXR. And our website is www.boxrmiami.com.
All right, we'll make sure we have all those pinned for you guys in the chat. If you're in Miami, you definitely need to visit the facility. Tell them that Tony the Closer sent you, so they know who bring them in. All right, I appreciate you, Mateo.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
I couldn't do the BOXR segment without having my trainer, the Faith Fighter, here. Now, if you've been following me on social, you guys have been obviously seeing me training every single day, damn near. And you see some crazy guy yelling at me in all the videos. You see me like when I'm tired. You see me when I'm working hard, or when it's positive. He's always right there popping those gloves and yelling at me. It doesn't matter. You got to keep going. I'm like, he's fucking insane. But, man, shout out to my guy, Jason, the Faith Fighter, man. Thank you for joining.
It's a pleasure.
Dude, I got so many things to say. Like, just personally, first and foremost, I made an investment with you 6 to 7 weeks ago, and I wanted to get my skills right.
Right.
I came in that gym, and I can't lie, like I was super intimidated at first, just because like I was new to boxing, and when you first walk in, you see these classes, and you see all the movement throughout the gym, and it's like, dude, I'm so far behind. Like it's scary as shit at first, because you see people that seem like they're pro. Well, it's pros here, it's like amateurs, and it's people with like years of experience. And I just want to say, like, you did such a good job of like taking me from like the fundamentals, how to position myself, how to move forward, how to move backward, how to throw a jab, how to throw a right. We threw so many damn jabs and just rights to like, I was like sick of it and sick of you. Like, I said, bro, if you make me throw one more jab, I'm gonna jab you. And then this motherfucker said, you can't hit what you can't see. And it's so funny, man. Like, we have such like I have like a love for him, but I hate him when I'm training, because he has no mercy on me whatsoever. And I've even looked over into like, into like the bleachers where my team is typically at. And I'll see like Manu look at me as we're going through a workout. He's like, shit. So like, like he's like, this dude is like killing Boss. We need Boss. He's like fucking killing him over here. And, I was obviously like, out of shape, and I hadn't worked out in years, man. And you didn't give a fuck. And I'm glad that you didn't.
That's not my job too.
Yeah, I'm glad that you didn't. So I want to say welcome to my show first and foremost. I got you in my world now.
It's a pleasure, and I'm truly honored to be on your show. I'm very thankful.
I'm thankful for you, brother. Tonight, actually, I went back into the gym, y'all, and Jason was he was actually doing a personal training session. He was actually getting a personal training session. He's like trying to, get his muscles up. He's trying to fill out that shirt a little bit more. And I started fucking with him like he fucks with me when we're training. And he's like trying to tune me out. He's like trying his best to tune me out. So he has to finish his workout up. And he had to do like 20 push-ups. And I come over like an asshole, like I'm gonna do push-ups like in front of him. And then his trainer goes like, yeah, it's a push-up competition now. So we're like knocking out push-ups. I'm fresh, and he's done like, he's probably done like 200 fucking push-ups already.
So buddy, bench prep from the bench to everything. I was finished my workout, and this guy comes over and says, yeah, I'm gonna challenge your push-ups. How many is he gonna do? Like 10, 20? He gets down, and how many is 20? I thought you said 20. The guy said 50. Daniel said, we're gonna do as many as you can do.
I said, man,
Till
you can do it.
you
Hold on,
quit,
I
till
ain't
you're
signed up for
done.
that shit. I was like, hold on, I thought we was gonna do like 20 push-ups.
It's till you're done.
Yeah, but we knocked out like 50 push-ups, man. Did them 50 straight. So, but man, I just want to ask you like a little backstory. Obviously, I heard Mateo talk about he invited you from Vegas to come check out what he had going on. Did you come in when it was still the Penthouse?
Well, it was Penthouse was still yes. That's when I came in.
Okay.
I remember the time he called me, like said, he's in his barbershop, he called me, and I was like, you know what? He was like, Jay, come on, just come for a week, come check it out. I want to show you what I got. I just want to show you what I got so you just see it. That's it. And I was like, you know what? I'm in here in Vegas doing my thing. It's going all right, not too bad. During the sort of pandemic time, a little bit, pandemic was happening. So, but I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to come down. So I came down for that week. And when I came down, it was like, man, it was like what I saw in the gym. It wasn't what I saw. It was what I felt. It's what you feel, too. Not just what you see. You feel this feeling inside. It's like, man, this is got some anointing on this place. This place is touched. This place feels good. It's positive. It's happy. It's uplifting. And it's very, very motivating. And I was like, man, I like this. So I was there for a week. He threw me in there. I taught classes for the week too. And I had a blast. Then we taught classes together and we just killed it together. It was amazing. I had like the time of my life. I swear that week was like Oh my goodness, I haven't had a week like that since I could remember. And so I went home, and that's when he called me, hit him up, and said, you know what, I'm coming back. I had it. That was like I dropped everything. Boom, I dropped everything and said, boom, I'm coming back. You know, something told me there's something bigger than what I thought. I knew I was going out there for something big, but it was me bigger than what I thought, bigger than what I could imagine, and that wasn't out there at first, but I knew it was there. That's why I came, and I listened to Mateo. It's my bro right there. I listened to him, and I came
So,
back.
what's your passion?
My passion? I have a passion for helping people. I love it because I had a lot of, like we all have our trials and tribulations. I had many in my life, and I used it all. I know a lot of people use all their negative things that happened to them, whatever it was, and they don't live a positive life. They kind of something on their shoulders, and they're just not too happy. But what I did, I switched that around. Stuff came at me and attacked me throughout my life, and I turned it around to help out others. I have a long story of different accidents that had happened to me, from hit by a car, in a body cast, seizure for 10 plus years, shocked my body in a coma. Just so many things have come up to me over and over again have happened to me. And I used it. I used it for good. You know what? Boom, I'm still here. Knock me down, but I'm getting up again. Knock me down again, and I'm going to get up again. You know what? I'm going to do better next time. I'm going to keep doing better. And my thing was helping people, kids, adults, anything, whatever it was. And even autistic kids with special needs, Down syndrome, arthrogryposis, just Fragile X syndrome. I love helping kids too. Kids and adults with special needs touch my heart, and it's my way of giving back. I love it.
I love it, man. So tell me, boxing experience wise, how long have you been into boxing? Like, how long have you been training? Like, just give me a little bit quick background.
Well, 10 years old, like 1990, when I was 10 years old, and I was blessed. Well, when I was first as martial arts when I was 5 years old to 10 years old. I became a first degree black belt at 10 years old, and then at 10 years old started boxing. And I remember my first day in the gym. My dad took me to the gym. It was in L.A., Baldwin Park actually, and I went there. And my dad's bragging, my son's national champ, first degree black belt. I'm the only white boy in the gym, pretty much, and so it's black, Mexican, and I'm the only white boy in the gym. So my dad's bragging, my son's national champ, karate, bad boy. So I said, yeah, get in the ring. So I got in the ring, and I was about 59 pounds at this time. And the kid I went up against, I did not know he just had won a Silver Gloves national championship tournament at 55 pounds. But I don't know, he's small. In karate, it's like my karate matches are like 3 points you win. In boxing, it's 3 minutes. So I get in there. The first time I got in there, boom, hit him with one punch. He hit me back with 10 punches. Boom, boom. Man, I hit him again. Boom. Bah, bah, bah. He beat me up so bad from ring post to ring post. But there's something that made me was I came back the next day. And I stayed with it. And next thing you know, 13 years old junior Olympic champion, 15 years old junior Olympic national champion. At 17 years old, I was national champion United States, and I was given the award of BOXR of the Year.
Wow.
That year I won. I just took off on a spree, winning tournaments with Muhammad Ali. Boxer of the Year, travel around the world to different countries, Indonesia, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Japan, travel around the world and whooping guys from coast to coast. And I had a blast and I loved it. And I did so much in the career. I was so thankful. Everything I did, everywhere I went. And I had a blast. But it was 1999. Something, I started having funny feelings in my body. And something was not right. And that's when I had an MRI performed in my brain. It was before the 2000 Olympics. And they found bruising around my brain. At the time, I was number 1 and 2 as well. But they found bruising around my brain. And boom, career's over with, done with. I remember when I moved to Las Vegas, when I was 17 years old, I was moved to Las Vegas by different folks. Richard Steele, professional boxing referee, moved me out there. And it was crazy. I had a bodyguard when I was 17 too. It was little. I was like, wow, it was cool. I'm training with Floyd Mayweather. Me and Floyd are sparring all the time. It was cool training with him. And I'm so thankful. And all of a sudden, one day, I had everything. Next thing you know, boom. Gave me the report. Can't box no more. You're done. You're over. It's done. And that was like the hardest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, tell me I can't box. That's what I do my whole life. That's
Right.
what I do best. But I'll fast forward. There was so much stuff and everything like that with seizures, daily seizures every day, to the point where that shocked my body. And it's actually coming up on today is the day I went home 10 years ago. I shocked my body woke up 3 days later, could not walk or talk. They sent me home crutches walker, and which was today. And 3 days later, I woke up, I received a miracle. My balance, walk, talk, everything came back to me again. Doctors have no explanation. I said, I do. That's the name I've been given. I never lost faith. And so now my thing is to help others and grind it out, helping out others at all costs. And when I got that call from Mateo to come to Miami, there was something huge. I knew it. That's my time. That's my bro. I listened to him. I came out here, and boom, it's taking off so big now. I'm so happy, so thankful, and it's exploding in the best ways possible because it's helping out others, which is what I want to do. That's my calling, help out others. And I love it. Whether it's motivating, whatever it is, motivating through training and my motivation, and you're getting a little taste of it.
I got about 6 weeks or 7 weeks or whatever it is now of it, man. And your story, wow. I mean, I think both you and Mateo are like freak, man. It's crazy to hear how much we overcome in life sometimes that people don't know about. Right? People see you for where you currently are sometimes, and they don't really know your journey or what you've overcome. So even hearing your story, man, and some of those things I didn't know. We obviously, like, you know, we train every day, and you push the shit out of me, and I would have never known that you had to go through some of the things that you've went through, because you don't carry that when you come into the gym. Your energy is always electric. You're always motivated. It's kind of funny because, like, you know, I'm trying my hardest to knock the shit out of the bag, and I'll look up at your face and you got a big ass smile on your face. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm in here trying to rock this bag, and he's just sitting here smiling like not shit's going on. And it's infectious, right? It's just like, like I told Mateo, you guys make it where it's very welcoming and inviting to be in the gym and in BOXR. I honestly say, like, you know, everyone that I've encountered, from members of the gym, coaches, front desk, it doesn't matter. Everybody has been like extremely welcoming, and that makes the gym feel
Oh my goodness.
better, right? It just gives you a better feeling when you can come into a place, and it doesn't matter if you're like the new guy or somebody that's been there for a while.
Right.
Everybody is super welcoming. Let me ask you, when you first saw me, however long that was, 6 or 7 weeks ago, what were your initial thoughts? Did you think that I would make it this long? And when you saw my first, you know, punches on the bag and you were working on my shit, were you like, this is a lost cause? What were your thoughts?
Well, I remember when you first came there, first of all, and then introduced me to you and everything like that, and you're like, yeah, and you're like, we shook hands and everything like that. Yeah, I want to go. I'm a bad. You said I'm a bad mofo. I'm tough. I push myself. And you said that. I'm like, all right, cool. You left. You walked out, and I didn't see you anymore.
Yeah, I came in that bitch.
He came in there. He said that, and then he looked around.
I told y'all this was a true story. I came in that bitch. I started watching. It might have been Mateo hit the bag or some shit like that, and I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm not ready yet.
You looked around.
I was like, yeah, I might need not to come in here just yet. So it took me like almost like 2 weeks before I came back.
Yeah, you came back, and you came back. You said you want to do it. You want to do it. I said, okay. Well, we started with basics, some footwork. You're like, all right, cool. You're all right, whatever you gotta say. So we did some footwork going forward and back. And after about a minute, you're breathing hard. You're like, Give me a second. So what? Give me a second. We just been going for a second. I was like, wow. You're like going forward back. It's like, what was fundamentals? All right, that's the easy part. Fundamentals. I'm like, well, fundamentals are not the easy part. That's some of the hardest part. That's why a lot of people these days, a lot of trainers these days, they don't know fundamentals. Because everybody these days watches YouTube, studies YouTube, holds a handbag in one spot, and do all this crazy stuff. That's not boxing, FYI. Start with their feet. You know, we ain't punching first. So I had you going forward, backwards, and start with basic, your jab, right hand. That's all we did.
He's laughing. Y'all can tell my shit look like trash.
Yeah, he was man. I said, bring the jab back with your face. No, back at your face. No, you gotta bring it back to your face. You can get punched in your face. I was like, wow, it took some time. But one thing I say about Tony, oh man, I said, now after that first session, I said, listen, it's not what you do in the gym that's gonna make you good. It's what you do outside the gym. When you're here, lights are on, light cameras are on. Everybody can look good in here. Train hard. Oh yeah, people around watching you. It's about what you do when you're alone by yourself. I told him that, and I can see. He went home. I told him, listen, I'll see. I can tell if you worked or not. If you went home, if you just did nothing, or you've been working, like I said, you should do. And I tell you what, he practiced because he came back. Boom, wow. He was tight. Wow, wow. I said, okay, Tony, you're doing good. Let's loosen up a little bit. And he was like, It took a little bit of time. It was a day. I said, it's going to take day over day, daily process. Boxing ain't going to happen overnight. That's for sure. It's going to take time. But he stayed with it. He grinded it. Like you said, people are coming up and say, man, are you a pro? They're telling him, because you stay with it. And it's like, he's a former NFL football player, so he has that. He has that. You have that grind, that go for it. So you work hard, you grind it out. When you said you're gonna do something, I said, okay, you know how to do it, and I want to see if you're lazy. I was say that I must find out if he's lazy or not. But you went home and you did it, and every day you come back, I can see it. I'm so happy and so proud of you because you're pushing it hard, and because you're doing that, you're able to grow faster in boxing.
Yeah, one thing I really I did is I wanted to truly commit. So I knew the first time I walked into the gym, I wasn't ready to commit. I was just in all transparency, I had been 8+ years of being inactive. Hell, I was smoking 4 or 5 blunts a day and eating candy and chips and just like living a little fat boy life, man. And I knew that like what I needed was going to be basically a whole life change where I was going to have to make the commitment, not just in the gym, but even like at home and with dieting and everything else. And I wasn't quite ready yet, but I knew when I made a decision, when I committed, that I would be all in. And it was excellent to be able to get a coach that was like you, because the reality is I needed not only the coaching, but the push, the call outs. I mean, like I can say, hey, I'm tired. And you're like, I don't give a shit. You're going to tell. I remember like one day we were like in the ring and I was like, I'm fucking tired. He's like, would you tell your opponent you're tired? You going to be in there with your opponent? You going to tell him you're tired? I'm like, you're not my opponent, bro. You're my coach, and I can't even breathe right now. No, you keep going. You just keep going. You don't tell your opponent you're tired. And he's getting loud. And like, now I'm like, all these other motherfuckers in the gym can hear this motherfucker calling me out. Bet. And every day it was the challenge, right? Mm-hmm. And I knew like, and I told you this, I said, I'm going to give you everything that I have every single day. And, when I left BOXR after my first week, I was like, every day we're going to go back and watch every piece of like every punch I threw, and I was going to try to critique it and try to get better. And I think that's been one of the reasons why I've been able to kind of get progressively better is because I watched the mistakes we corrected right on the spot. Like we'll go and watch the last round of us punching,
right.
go right back and be able to make instant corrections on things. And then it's like now I've got to the point where I feel more confident. I've been able to loosen up. You know, I've been able to get in better boxing shape. I'm still not where I want to be at yet. That's why I'm in doing conditioning now. It's like I told you. I said, hey, September, I'm coming in. You're gonna see me. I'm knocking in conditioning. I'm pushing myself to get better and better and better. But I just want to give you your flowers, man. Dude, you've pushed me. I watch you push others. I watch your trainings. I watch your energy. I watch what you bring to BOXR. I think anybody that comes into BOXR gym that wants to get real coaching needs to be looking at Jason. Once again, I only tell you guys the shit that I do and the shit that I use. And if you've been watching any of my film, and I'm going to actually put in the clips up here for you guys at the end, I'm going to show you my before and after because it was ugly. And I want you to know no matter where you are, to start somewhere because you can always get better. Don't allow, because you feel like you're fat right now or out of shape or you're not where you want to be at, to keep you where you currently are and help you and let you get worse. Instead, you need to start making changes now. The Get Your Ass Up show, right, it's like the perfect show because I had to get my ass up. I said I wanted something in life, and I knew that it took me making a commitment to change. And sometimes we get comfortable and complacent in our everyday life, and we just go through the motions. But you guys have unlocked something in me that has motivated me to be more accountable, to be more disciplined, to challenge myself on a daily basis. Even when I feel like, today, I kind of tweaked my side the other day.
Yeah, I remember when that happened too.
Yeah, I was trying to knock the shit out the bag because you were smiling. You sitting there smiling at me.
I thought I had a body shield on. You were punching me. I remember.
Yeah, I was trying to get through the body shield.
I had a body shield. You're trying to punch me again. He's a little mad. Looked like you punched him with like vengeance, like you want to destroy my body. But
yeah, because see, that body shield, me and that bitch got a problem.
The one I wear.
Yeah, because like the first day, it was my first Saturday, so it was day 4, day 5. This motherfucker come out with the body shield. I don't even know how to throw my punches correctly, nothing. And he puts me through 5 or 6 rounds of this fucking bag. And when I tell you the fuck you and me that was set up that day with that bag, I absolutely hated the fucking bag for like 4 weeks straight. Like that bag, as a matter of fact, I saw you bring that shit out like on week 3.
Yeah.
And I kicked it off the damn, like, you had put it up on the ring, and I kicked it off the side and was making sure, like, you couldn't see it. Like, I was going to make sure you had to go look for that bitch again. I was like, I'm not dealing with that fucking bag today, man. Like, fuck that damn body shield. Like, I hate it. And now, just the other day, man, I didn't even have that uncomfortable feeling of, like, I was ducking it any longer. It was like, now the challenge was on. And like Keith even said something to me. He's like, bro, when the bell rung, you just came at him like
God.
He was like,
yeah, you're like and I try to move from the ropes. So you punch me. I try to move. You grab. Whoo! You threw it back up. Whoa! I was like, yo. I was like, all right. I'm gonna let this guy go. Let's for break. Let you go. Oh, what? Touch a little something here and there, and then you threw so hard. Yeah. Kind of moved a little bit, like, so what? What's wrong?
Yeah.
Something's a little side, pull a little something to the side.
Man, I'm telling you, I was trying to fuck that shield up. He has me like with such a rage towards this shield that I wanted to give it everything I had, but I think it's just like a symbolism of BOXR in the gym. It's like it made me face the challenge.
Right.
It was something that like I ducked to now. Like when I see it, like I'm like, man, I'm about to fuck that bag up, and anybody holding it, and that's just like, get your ass back in this corner and let me get some extra shots off. Yeah. But man, you've just been phenomenal, dude. Like, and I like now I'm like you got me loving you even more now. I'm hearing your story. I appreciate you taking time to sit down with me. I appreciate your motivation every day. We've been locked in, and I'm locked in with you. I'm locked in with BOXR. You guys, once again, You come to BOXR Gym, look for Jason. Tell him the closer sent you. I'm telling you, if you want to get right, if you want to get your shit together and you want somebody that truly cares about your success, no matter what your journey is, you got to find the right people, the right gym, the right atmosphere. I found it at BOXR. Appreciate you guys for joining the show. Thank you.